Hello everybody, my name is Peter. Welcome to my YouTube tutorial. In this section we are continuing with the anti-seizure drugs, and today's section we are looking at the class of drug called the Valproate. So under this we shall look at its mechanism of action, the pharmacokinetics, side effects, and some of the contraindications with this drug. So therefore, to jump into the first objective, the mechanism of action of Valproate. So we've seen so many anti-seizure drugs that I've been discussing about, and they were really good at managing partial and general tonic seizures. But Valproate is a class on its own. It has a broad spectrum as far as seizures are concerned. So therefore, this drug is very good in a partial, simple, complex, and also general tonic-clonic seizures and absent seizures. So most of the drugs we've been seeing didn't have this absent seizure ability, but Valproate has that ability. So let us see the mechanism of action and see how this drug does all this. So this drug has a multiple mechanism of action that we are going to see, and it is thought that it's through all these mechanisms this drug is has been able to do all these wonders we see. So the first mechanism, we saw that Valproate inhibits the sodium channels, and also it inhibits what we call the T-type calcium channels. So we saw that whenever you have a seizure, these were very important. The sodium channels and calcium are important in the propagation of these neurons, these impulses. So therefore, when we inhibit these, we are stopping the repetitive firing seen. But when we inhibit the T-type calcium channels, we see this in the thalamus. We have this type of T-type calcium channels, and these channels are thought to initiate their own nervous impulses. So, and this is it's seen in absent seizures, because in absent seizures we do not the impulses do not cross the cortex, so they don't involve muscle movements. So when you inhibit these channels, you're arresting what we call the absent seizures. So this is why Valproate is very good at absent seizures, general tonic-clonic, and also simple seizures and partial complex seizures. So another purpose mechanism of this drug is that it also enhances the GABA effect. So we've seen that GABA is an inhibitory neuron in the central nervous system, and what it does is that it causes what we call excessive chloride influx, leading to hyperpolarization of the post-synaptic neuron, so leading to no more further firing of impulses. So this drug enhances this GABA effect, and also it inhibits or it blocks the GABA uptake. So when we inhibit GABA uptake, we are going to have more GABA at the synapse, hence more inhibition. And also another effect it has on GABA is that it inhibits the GABA transaminase. So when it inhibits this enzyme, so GABA is not breaking down, so therefore we still have more GABA to cause inhibition on the postsynaptic neuron. And another mechanism of action it has is this drug it enhances or activates. It activates what we call a glutamate decarboxylase enzyme. So this enzyme is important in breaking down of glutamate. So this drug will enhance its activity, hence inhibiting the activities seen in glutamate, because it's an excitatory neuron which excites the postsynaptic neuron. So therefore, with this number of mechanisms of action, this drug is able to arrest all the seizure activities seen in the brain. So to go to its pharmacokinetics, So the pharmacokinetics of this drug, first of all, it is highly protein bound. So this drug is highly protein bound. So that means that it will displace any other weak acids. So first of all, valproate has a structure. It's an acid. It's dipropyl acetic acid. So this is how this drug looks like. Its structure. So it's also called dipropyl acetic acid. So it is an acid, and it is going to displace all the weak acids on albumin, or the transporting proteins. So therefore, it increases this. It is going to increase the concentration of these drugs like carbamazepine, phenytoin, phenobarbital in blood, because it's more potent on these protein transporting proteins like albumin. So caution should be taken when giving this drug with these other agents. So another important factor that we see in this drug, the pharmacokinetics, is that its metabolites. So it has a metabolite which is called the E2-ene valproic acid. So this is the active metabolite from this drug. So this is the valproate. So the active metabolite is when we have that double bond at that is a trans, or it's an E isomer. So this is the active metabolite of this drug. It is seen to play a major effect in these anti-seizure properties. And we also have another metabolite called the 4-ene valproic acid. So for the 4-ene, the double bond is outside, so it's a cis. It's like a cis isomer. So this 4-ene metabolite is responsible for most of the toxic side effects we are going to see under this drug. So now, let us drop down to the side effects and see some of the most common side effects with this drug. So the most commonly seen side effects of this drug is first we have gastric irritation. So this drug causes gastric irritation, and this effect was solved by producing or making an enteric-coated tablet. So this enteric-coated tablet helped in curbing this gastric irritation problem. And another side effect seen with this drug, we have tremors, we have depression. So this valproate can also be used in bipolar, can be used in management of bipolar. So and one of the side effects can be depression. And another major side effect is hepatotoxicity. So this hepatotoxicity is due to this metabolite, the 4-ene valproic acid, leads to is said to cause most of the hepatotoxicity seen with this drug. So basically, these are the few, and also we have blood dyscrasias. So we have very many blood dyscrasias with this drug. So therefore, it's very important to do liver tests and also to check the blood for any toxicities under this type of drug. So to jump down to the contraindications with this drug, in pregnancy, this drug is contraindicated in pregnancy because it's going to cause it affects the fetus or the babies, and once these babies are born, they have what you call a spina bifida. So spina bifida, and also we see very many epileptic episodes, epilepsy syndromes in kids that are born when their mother has been taking this drug. And the last contraindication is the use with other anti-epileptic drugs like phenytoin, the carbamazepines, phenobarbital, and also with a drug called felbamate. So this drug felbamate increases the concentration of valproate. So it must be given with caution together with this drug. So basically, that's all about the Valproate. Thank you for watching. Catch you next time as we discuss more anti-seizure drugs. Bye for now.